That's pro level work, Ken.
Welcome to episode 325. Let me write that down so I don't forget. 325 of the Blathering Live. Oh, you know what that does? It rhymes. We're here on a Monday. We survived another weekend, and we're going to talk about a lot of things. What we can and cannot eat. We talk about hope in sports and why I love it so much, even if it's false hope. Steve has brought a new phrase to my attention that I've never heard, but he's going to explain boy kibble. I don't know about that. We're talking a little bit about the WNBA. We'll explain. And it's Monday, which means you can call in with your advice questions. You can call in and say, hey, I need some help. You can also comment that. You can also drop a super chat, which I'll see and not miss. Trying to avoid wearing the glasses, but I think I'm causing permanent damage to my EBs with this. Yeah, look at that. But I can see everything. Maybe it's worth it. All right, let's bring in producer Steve and get this ball really rolling. Producer Steve's here. Just survived the weekend. You've been working hard in your day job, Steve. I won't tell people what you do. No one needs to know. No one needs to know the dirty business you're in. But you've been working hard. Did you survive the weekend too?
I did. I survived the weekend as well. Hi, Ken. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. No, I did. I did survive the weekend. Thank you for looking out. But yeah, it was new week, new me, new outlook on life.
Okay. Oh, that's big. That's big. That's not small.
I guess life is a big word, but you know, living the dream.
Do you have a shakabuku moment over the weekend where your life switched? You stared in the eyes of a baby and you found yourself? What?
No, I usually when I stare in the eyes of the baby, I just get oatmeal or apples spitting back at me. We're in a big acid reflux stage right now, Ken. Okay. Big acid reflux stage.
Oh my.
There's just vomit everywhere, and it's not really vomit. It's just like mushy food, so it's not like that bad. It's not like having a drunk. It's not like having a drunk roommate in college. It's like having a really really small drunk roommate in college that just pukes a little bit. And so there's a lot of that. So no, when I look into my baby's eyes, there was more of this weekend. I'm more of like, I didn't really do anything this weekend, right? Like I didn't really go out into the world too much or have a lot of And so that kind of helped me slow down a little bit after a crazy week last week. And I think it helped me take things in stride, and knock on wood, I kind of like an easy, slowish day. So today was like a good reset day for my work mental health. I
did that too. I had a lot of admin work yesterday, setting up streams and booking emails and stuff to flappers and I haven't been booked on a comedy stage in a long time. So I'm like, hey, maybe that'd be fun to be a comic again. So I stayed in last night and, no House of Dragons, no kind of work to be done after a certain amount of time. Did the episode of Monday Morning Show, and then I just was able to relax. I do want to apologize to YouTube channel members, because one of the perks is you get that episode maybe 12 hours before the public. And it loaded up, and I scheduled it, and then I kind of was like, my work is done. And it came back this morning, and YouTube was like, oh yeah, we just didn't release that. Sorry, it's you didn't tell us when, and I did tell them when. So sorry that didn't work tonight. Gosh, I had another thought. I had so many thoughts, and they all just went out of my brain. They all went out of my brain at once. I do want to plug the voicemail link again. I just put out on Patreon and the YouTube channel member community tabs today, or a post. The links to call in still the same, but also the voicemail link still the same. But I put it in one convenient place, Steve. I felt really proud of myself that I took the next 30 minutes off of my day.
Did you just like step back, look at that post, and just kind of like just stare at it for a minute, be like, nailed it, just crushed that one.
You goddamn genius. You genius. Putting it
Why
all
not
in
put
one
everything
post?
in one place?
One
Right.
post.
Exactly.
Man.
It's like cable all over again. But yes, no, I saw that. The call links, the voicemail line. So yeah, get in there. We just want to hear from you guys. That's really all it comes down to is Ken is reaching out with a big banner that says, "Come talk to me. I want your story.
Come yell at me." I'm surprised Mitch McConnell hasn't called in. He's in rehab. Maybe he's too busy with rehab. Maybe.
Look, man, he's got a lot going on.
I want to shout out our buddy Brendan Mystical Marb at his podcast page here, using that profile page turners there or not. Brendan says, hello there, friends. As you know, if you're a longtime listener, Brendan's been around these parts calling in, valued member of our community, but also been battling through some health conditions, procedures. And he just you did an update, Brendan, I saw on Facebook that things are going good. Every day is kind of a gift, but every day can be a struggle. But once again, Brendan showing us how to lead with hope. And we wish you continued recovery, Brendan, as you go through some procedures there. He's probably so familiar with the nursing staff. They're probably like, "Yay, you're back again!" Like it's probably a second home that we don't want him to have, right? We don't want him to have. So,
right, of course.
Brendan, thinking of you too. Kyle Harlow asks, Flappers? Yeah, it is the home comedy club of myself that is unfortunately named. When I say Flappers, Steve, what comes to mind?
Like 1920s Great Gatsby. That's what
you nailed it, because that's the theme of the restaurant and the club.
Right.
You walk in, they even have like old timey covers. It's like 1920 kind of versions of popular hits of the day. That kind of stuff.
Ragtime wore on their heads. Yeah.
Yeah.
What Daisy.
The staff doesn't have to do that anymore, but I remember when it first opened, that was kind of the vibe. Everyone was dressed as a dapper flapper or a gangster or something like that. That's gone. Anyways,
let the name do the work.
The name is doing the work. Then Brady asks, "What else does flappers mean?" I don't think flappers itself means anything else. I just think when you start thinking of flapping, Brady, I think a lot of people take it to different spots. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. It's flappers. It's not flappies. You know what I mean?
It's not flapping.
It could be worse. It could be a lot worse.
Yeah. So there we go. We're not supposed to mention Great Gatsby. Will summon Alden. Alden can call in. He can call in. He sounds like I've been on social media. It looks like he's been having a bad day. That's when you want Alden on air.
Yeah.
There. Here's also. Oh, continue. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, not at all. I agree with you. Give me hot off the presses Alden, who's got fiery hot things to say. We love that.
Let me just put the glasses on and not Schumer them. I want your advice calls tonight. Look at this. Laserbolt is currently camping. He's currently camping.
Pictures. Laserbolt, send me pictures. I'll make sure that we don't reveal anything privately information or your location in case there's warrants. But send me pictures.
Yeah. I don't want to know what compound you're at, Laserbolt.
I don't know. Compound tour? That'd be great content. Come on. You would love a compound tour. Are you kidding me?
That's true.
That'd be amazing. I would absolutely watch a cult compound tour. Oh my God, that'd be so cool.
Let me ask you this question. If you were to join a cult, what would you want? What's the must-have in your compound, Steve? If they're giving you a tour,
it's such a good. Yeah. Like,
hey, here's what we do. See? Yeah, here's our armory. Here's the canteen, cantina. Cafeteria, whatever you call it. What do you need there?
Yeah, I want to see. That's such a good question. I want to see like the rec room, like the like where are they pretending to have a good time, like voluntarily, sort of a thing. Because pretty much everything else, everything else in the compound is like mandatory. Like they have to be at church from this time, and they have to be at like school at this time, and they have to be at like extra like farming time over here because you got to eat, stuff like that. But like there has to be a moment where they like sit back and kick by the water. I want to be at the water cooler at the cult compound. That's where I want to find.
Okay, I think that's great. We got some great answers already. Vermont Mike, compound must have skee ball. That's a bold choice because that's not like a ping pong table. The skee ball's like it's got like machinery to it. That ball's got to come back to you. Those tickets got to come out.
There's maintenance. There's upkeep. You got to know how to use those things. Yeah.
But I got to tell you, if I walk in and some crazy white man with a beard, hey, wait, says we got skee ball. I might be in. Give me my AR-15 and my bulletproof camo jacket. Yeah. Brady says there better be one of the Colts that drink. They better be one of the Colts that drinks coffee. I think if more Colts drank coffee, they wouldn't be Colts. I think that might be the problem. Though there is a Colt.
It's a punch thing. You know, that's our whole thing. It's
Bubenheim is right, though. Number one, toilets. And I think, surprisingly, more Colt compounds than we think don't have working toilets.
Yeah.
I just think.
Well, I mean, you got to think that there's some standards there, right? Like the society has to function, and I got to think that even the most brainwashed would think to themselves, "I'm not a bucket and a hole in the ground. That's not going to do." You know what I mean? If we have advanced weaponry, plumbing should be at least be prioritized at least as high as that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's a really good one. I'm just now imagining like an episode of Cribs, but like through like Waco. You know, or something like that. So so now it's like I want to see them like open like the fridge. You know what I mean? But then I'd be kind of worried what's in the fridge.
You know what I wish, Steve? Don't you making me wish? I wish this was the late '90s, and instead of doing a live radio show on the internet, you and I were creating a sketch comedy show for Comedy Central, because that's what we do. Our first sketch would be Cribs Cult Edition. Oh, it would be so popular. By 2003, people would be done with it. It would be, it wouldn't stand the test of time.
Yeah, we'd have cashed out by then. No, it's fine.
Cashed out of time. We're talking about sports here in a second. So, but let me just, I know not everyone in chat is sports. I know you're not all sports fans. I get that. Sometimes we might get into the weeds.
We might have more Colt people than sports fans.
We might have more Colt fans. Not Indianapolis Colts, but Colt fans. Stick around, because when we talk about sports, we're talking about the universal lessons behind all of it. And I got one of those today. I do want to say, not this Wednesday. We almost made it this Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I'm gonna try to have a little social life Wednesday. Maybe go out and see the world Wednesday. Take a day off from being on camera. But next Wednesday, I can confirm, unless work schedules change it. But I'm clear, Steve. This is happening. And I was going to make a graphic. But I ran out of time. And also I needed a current picture of myself that doesn't have me having this cult beard. Not this Wednesday, next Wednesday. A special return edition of the Afternoons with Josh and Ken. We are back, baby, sorta. About once a month, maybe once every 5 weeks. Josh travels a lot. We're going to fire up the cameras. We are going to go live, and we're going to be co-streaming. So the Afternoons with Josh and Ken, and I'm sure Mandy Oakes and Rosie will show up. But it's going to be on Josh's channel, and right here you're going to be able to watch both. But if you super chat him, it goes to him. If you super chat me, it goes to that. And then we both have the broadcast, and then we'll put the audio out as well. So the Afternoons returns in 2026. We haven't broadcasted 2021, I think, is when he shut it down, when we were doing the Good People Association. So I'm excited to bring that all back to you there. All right. Ethan, the Cult. Yes, Mr. McClunk is right. The Cult, the band. Yeah, that's what I mean. I just want to go to a compound where they just play the music of the Cult. Will McClain wants the Mandy Oakes report card, and I'm sure we'll get one. Vermont Mike, it is right. It has been 5 years since the Good People Association and the Afternoons. Rosie's like almost a teenager now. That's how it feels. Ethan says, sent you a voicemail. Ooh, we'll check it out. I appreciate this, Boop. Hey, now, I'm planning to go see our local hockey team soon. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that indeed. All right, so a little bit of sports. Okay, This weekend, I had a near religious experience with my Miami Dolphins. And I just want to say this. One of the reasons I love sports, and I do mean this sincerely, one of the reasons I love sports is there are lessons to be found in it. I do think we as a culture have put too much of an emphasis on sports and winning and the gruffness and the toughness and all those kind of things. But a lot of that makes up what I love about sports, which is the coming together, the bettering yourself, the discipline, and putting it together. Working with your team or working by yourself to be the best version of yourself and to create hope for the fans. I, as a football fan, have not had hope. I have not had true hope or hope that has paid off since the early 90s as a Miami Dolphin fan. Little bit of hope in Dan Marino's final season. We beat the Seahawks. We're looking good, and then we just get trounced like 62-2 or 3 or something with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Dan Marino's career ends at halftime, and my life has not been the same. My Miami Dolphins last year was a little tough one, and it dashed all the hope. But I'm feeling it, Steve. You're talking about the sounds of football again, that crunch of the pads, and let's be honest, the crunch of the heads and the helmets. We should probably be concerned about that more. But the sounds are back, football back. And all it took, Steve, was one drive in the first preseason game, the Miami Dolphins and the Washington Commanders. My Miami Dolphins, with their new quarterback, is he the temporary solution? We don't know. Goes 4-5 on a drive. Devon Achane scores a touchdown, and then this happens, Steve. This happens. Caleb Douglas, rookie Steve, wide receiver, makes one of the best catches in the history of sports. Okay, Steve. There has been no greater catch in a preseason than this. Takes a throw from Malik, one-hands it, bounces it, catches it on the ground. And you know what? The Dolphins lost the game. They lost the game, Steve. But I don't care. In that moment, I was like, we're going to win 7 games this year. I have hope. I have hope that my team, that everyone, including you, are predicting to suck completely. I have hope that we're going to be better than that. I have hope that we are going to win at least 7 games. We did the schedule thing a couple episodes ago. And Steve, I just wanted to bring that to the show tonight, that this is why I love sports, that you can forget what happened yesterday and only look to tomorrow. That, even Boop would agree, is a lesson we all can hold on to.
You're absolutely right. And sports has a renewal each year, which gives you almost an eternal hope in that you're not eternally damned, because next year could always be different. Someone could buy the team. You could get a new draft pick. You could acquire a new player. Something can happen. There's always room for change where another, it's interesting in that medium, right? I feel so bad for you. Like, this is, God, this is like seeing the little kid, like, like walking by like the Humane Society, or like seeing a whole bunch of like the little dogs and just being like, oh man, like that's so great. Like, we're going to take care of all those dogs and everything. And you don't realize like half of those dogs aren't going to make it till Christmas, Ken.
Is that like me telling you my squirrels that have left and not returned are just living another life in another tree?
That makes me so sad. Yeah, exactly. They just went upstate. You know what I mean? I'm sure they're fine.
Okay.
But yeah, oh God, we're going to look at that schedule again before the season starts. We still have 4 weeks to go before we watch meaningful NFL football. So we'll make sure you still feel that way, since we've only had one drive in the preseason, because Malik Willis, I think, went out after that drive.
They all the starters left. All the starters left after that one drive.
But that's all the preseason. We don't look at the scoreboard at the end of this game on the preseason. It's all about drives. Like the Dolphins won the feel good in that game because your team did exactly what you want them to do in the preseason. Don't get hurt. Look competent. And just score a touchdown. Like, okay, like we're not broken. And you could have looked like Tua, which was the opposite.
Yeah, didn't look good enough down there in hot Atlanta. And it ignited the football fire in me. With every offseason, I think even if it's your favorite sport, your brain shuts down. When I was like really into baseball, still by December, you're not thinking about it. You don't think about it till maybe February again if you're a dedicated sports fan. That always happens with football. But I've been back in. And I'm thinking of firing up Madden 2026. I can't afford Madden 2027 this year. I'm going to have to accept that. I'm going to have to be a big boy and just continue year 22 of my franchise from 2026, or from that version of Madden. I think I'm going to fire it up, a little less Fortnite, a little more Madden franchise mode. Despite who may or may not own EA soon, I got to hold on to some pleasures in life. But I'm renewed, Steve. And, as an Eagle fan, do you remember the last time you needed that blast of false hope? Yeah,
absolutely, man. Like the Eagles have had good success, but not the entire life, not my entire life, certainly. There were a lot of down years. Well, there were some bottom out years to get back to where they were. I mean, the Eagles have been consistently good basically my whole life. But there were still some bottom out years. I mean, look, man, those Chip Kelly years were not good. The end of the Doug Peterson era was rough. I watched Chip Kelly trade away all of my childhood heroes. As a kid growing up, I named my dog after one of those players that Chip Kelly traded like 6 months into his tenure. So it was a whole thing.
Did you trade the dog?
No, I didn't trade the dog, but I did look at him differently ever since, and I think it really did cause a strain in our relationship. So we'll get into that some other day. But yeah, but I think, dude, Sports Hope is a special thing, and that's why I'm like secretly concerned because, Ken, I'm so excited that you're back into football, and I'm going to take at least 15% of the credit for that.
Yeah, you should. Yeah,
but what I'm worried about is, like, again, it's like the kid going by the humans. It's like the guy going into the strip club thinking the stripper actually likes him. Like,
I don't do that.
Preseason.
Right.
I'm not saying you do that. I'm saying, but that is falling in love with your team in the preseason.
I do have a list of my friends that have done that.
Yeah, I mean, we all if you've been to a group of friends gone to an establishment like that, you know someone like that.
Y'all got one.
We all know one. But what I'm getting at is like, I don't want this to turn into, like, if it's November and we're still looking for that third win, that you're gonna give up on all of the. Yeah, man, I am concerned about you because you have to look at this season as your goals are different this year. You've just been like trying to like kind of struggle for air the last few years. Like, you've been kind of convince yourselves, oh, this team can do it. This team gets in the playoffs, it makes a run. No. The core you had with McDaniel and Tua and Tyreek Hill, that team.
I agree with that.
You guys were doing the whole, like, oh, we can contend. We just have to go get on a hot streak and blah, blah, blah. Like, the expectations are different now. So you just got to understand that.
I understand your concern. I appreciate your concern. You're sounding slightly like you just sat down your kid on Christmas morning and said Santa is a half-retired former, union steelworker who takes the job down at the mall. You're kind of that, but I'm gonna overlook it. I'm gonna ride with it, and I'll protect my heart. I know when to disassociate. I know. I usually can tell when like the season 2 years ago when Tyreek got arrested before the first game. Yeah, I knew right there the season was done. I knew right there. I faked it for the rest of it. I faked it for the rest of the season, but I knew it was done. I wanted. I have the jewels and the bits up now on YouTube. We talked about that on the last show.
Yes.
Minute Muncher dropped 1,000 jewels. Now on StreamYard, it just says GOAT Trophy. So I was like, wow, what? Why does it say GOAT Trophy? But then if you go to actual YouTube, it is a trophy that is a GOAT. So I appreciate that.
Excellent.
And I love that StreamYard can't do it. Brady asks this question. Now this begs the question, what is the biggest sports hope you've had? Mine was thinking Swaggy P and Jordan Clarkson could carry Chris Kaman and company to the place. I don't know what any of those names are. Those sound like guys from Boston that Jared hung out with his first year of college. Like some kind of crew. Chris came in and went down there to the bar and we got some chowder, and Swaggy P came in there and ripped down that picture of Carlton Fisk and put it in his car. That's what that sounds like. Are those Lakers?
Yes, they were Lakers. Swaggy P was, at least. I think Swaggy P, I could be misremembering, but I think Swaggy P is at least one of the guys that has a famous gif of him taking a three, turning around and putting his hands up as if he made it, and then the ball just bricks off the rim.
I love that. I love that.
That is basically him in a nutshell. Okay. He had a really fun stint here in Washington, and so I have some fun memories of Swaggy P. But yeah, no. So that, I think fall sports hope for me, it was the Eagles' dream team back when they signed Nnamdi Asomugha. I think it was 2014. I want to say maybe 2013, something around then. That was when they got the big corner. They got Vince Young as their backup quarterback. The Eagles' backup quarterback went into the season saying they were a dream team, and it did not go well. Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah, Vince Young.
Yeah.
Man, have you been watching the NFL vault? I told you about him.
You've told me this a million times.
The history of the quarterbacks. Are you watching this?
No, I have not watched it yet.
What
I have.
Fuck you doing with your life, man?
This is the only thing I do in my free time, Ken, because I don't really have any other free time.
I'll quit. I'll stop the show early tonight so you can go watch. It's so fascinating to go back and watch all these quarterbacks. We've got another jewel drop here.
Inge Bea.
Set 6 jewels. Now it just says chili, so I gotta put on the Schumers and go to YouTube and see what that actually looks like. What does that actually look like? Oh, it is. There it is. It's a little chili pepper with eyes. It's got little googly eyes. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. And Inge Bea also donated on the direct donation button on page 2 as well, and I appreciate that. Boop says he has a dang child. He has 2. That's no excuse. You put the kids to bed. The wife goes to sleep, Mrs. Producer Steve, and then you flip open the YouTube on your phone. You watch the history of your team's quarterbacks.
All right, I will do it before Thursday. I'll have a book report by Thursday.
Okay. False hope. We're talking about greatest examples of false hope. Share it. We'll talk about WNBA. We'll take a call from Jared soon. We also got to worry about shitting our pants because of granola. And Steve's going to teach me what boy kibble is. 2014 Lakers for Brady. Don't laugh. There's people shitting their pants over lettuce.
He almost ruined electrical equipment in front of me.
Jared says 2023 Bruins. I didn't know he was a UCLA fan. I'm kidding. He's a hockey team. Ben says 98 Vikings. Oh, 98 Vikings were a good team.
That's a really good one. Yeah. That reminds me, your 2008 Dolphins was a good false hope. The Dante Culpepper signing. Was that 2007, 2008?
Yeah. When we were like, we're going to hold off on Drew Brees. Remember that? Yeah, we're going to hold off on Drew Brees. He might be injured. We're going to get Dante Culpepper. Couldn't work. The biggest false hope for me was the 1991 Yankees. That was, we had just come off this horrible year. 1990 was such a bad year for the Yankees. There is a 3-part documentary series. I think it's on Hulu. Just search for it. You'll find it. It is bonkers, the season that the Yankees had. You learned some things, including I did not know Mel Hall was an absolute criminal. And brought live tigers to the clubhouse. But we recovered. Don Mattingly was hurt, but he was going to come back. Kevin Moss had shown up and hit like 21 home runs and like 100 at-bats, and we thought he was Babe Ruth. And I went in to the 1991 season. I think Steinbrenner was gone, and so he was suspended. And I thought, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And I was telling everybody, and we, I think, finished just a little bit better. It dashed my brain. And that's why the 96 Yankees meant so much to me.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. I didn't know. Imagine like asking any other fan of a team that's, I don't know, it's like a regular sports team that your team gets documentaries made of when they have a historically bad season. You know what I mean? And that's just, that's just everyone else. That's just our experience for pretty much everyone else. If you're not the 26, 27 time champion Yankees.
Yeah,
you know
we've done it a lot.
Imagine being the Browns or something. It's like, you guys make, the only time they get documentaries made about them is when their team leaves in the middle of the night.
Ouch. That's a deep cut and hurts. Ben says 91 Twins, my favorite sports team ever. That's a good. That 1991 World Series, still the best World Series of all time. The last year's was pretty good. Detective McCarcel says, I can say from experience, no one is false hope like Saints fans. They won a Super Al almost 20 years ago, and they've been insufferable ever since. Yeah. I could see.
Yeah, but to be fair, the Saints were really bad before that. Like, your existence as a Saints fan has been so much better post Drew Brees and that Super Bowl than it was before that.
That's
because
true.
My entire childhood, the Saints going up until Drew Brees were like the bags on the head, Archie Manning, Superdome was a dump, and then Aaron Brooks was like almost good.
Aaron
Deuce
Brooks.
McAllister was pretty good.
Deuce.
And
then
then
those names.
And football names used to be better.
Yeah, and on the history of the Saints quarterback video, you really learn. You really are like, oh, they were bad for a long time.
Oh yeah,
but they made the playoffs. Remember, they made the playoffs at 7-9. To me, the Saints. I just think
I made money on that team.
Breeze, it's just Jim Mora going playoffs. Right. That's one of the greatest clips of all time. We should probably. I need that drop. I need to get that drop. Oh, this is great. Hope Kyle Harless is Devin Hester taking the opening kick of the Super Bowl for a TD, and you're thinking
that's a good one. That's a really, really good. In that same vein, I think Ted Ginn Jr. taking back the kickoff in the opening championship against Florida and the national championship, the exact same thing. And then he was drafted by your Miami Dolphins. Him and his entire family, Ken, were drafted by the Miami Dolphins. There's a Dolphins.
And then we ended up dumping him off to the 49ers, and he was a little better after that. Quickly, in the sports conversation, I don't know, this might be serious. I don't know where you wanted to bring up some stuff about the WNBA.
I did. Well, here's the thing, man. Like we're talking about sports, and I think it's important to talk about, I think to kind of bring the WNBA into this kind of same sports talk clubhouse as all the boys are in with all the other teams, right? And so I just wanted to see if you had a similar experience to me in the way that the WNBA popularity has been blowing up, and the fact that it's kind of been, there was the rise of Caitlin Clark through college and then kind of her intro into the WNBA, and it was like, oh, wow, like this girl's really good. She can
right,
hit threes from 1,000,000 feet away and all this stuff. Like, it's really impressive, blah, 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 blah. And we've seen a lot of really young players in the last few years like start breaking all these records, whether it's Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, like all these other, you know, a lot of these young players are really, really good. So there's been an influx of talent into the league. And so the league's had more eyeballs on it. Yeah. But now all anyone talks about if you go down the street and ask like just any red-blooded American who's in the NBA after Caitlin Clark, they're probably going to say Sophie Cunningham at this point. Right. And it has nothing to do with her play on the basketball. And this isn't the first time that's ever happened. There's plenty of athletes that people have gotten onto the Today Show and everything and talked about in the morning news that weren't, you know, because of how good they were at basketball. But, I kind of had this thought earlier today. I was just like, man, like, is the WNBA in a weird way being co-opted in a like against its own will in a sense on the behest of like 2 or 3 people?
Co-opted into the culture war conversation.
Yeah, and yes, and
yes,
the culture war where it's like it's not about the sport, it's about do you like whose team are you? It's like Twilight, and I mean that in like whose team are you on? Are you team Caitlin or team Sophie or team Angel? Not because of you like the Fever or the Dream or whatever. It's because of because you're a racist or not. I don't know what the standard is. Am I racist if I do like or don't like Caitlin Clark or Sophie Cunningham or Angel Reese? Like, what am I allowed to do here?
I think, that's a great question.
That's a really hard question to ask you. I did not need to put you on the spot there.
Yeah, absolutely. Because also, Sophie Cunningham, and I was a fan. I think she absolutely takes the wrong side of the trans athletes conversation, which is still just, I consider a distraction, but also an easy conversation point, about trans rights being human rights in my brain. But yes, because of that, you're right. I was there watching the women's Final Four with Mark Ellis in Boston, Jared the TIE pilot, watching that. And I don't, jokes aside, I don't watch a lot of basketball of any kind, of any shape, or whatever. I just don't want. But I got swept up in it. I was excited. I opened up some WNBA cards on Sports Card ASMR. I got my Kelsey Plum Dog card. I got a Cameron Brink rookie card. I got an Angel Reese card. I believe in my pack too. I was so excited. And this league has been around for 25 years, right?
Yeah.
I covered it. I was producing. I was doing some producing for my friend Phil last year on a WNBA podcast. I got to actually come up with questions that some WNBA players were like, "These are really good questions." They don't know it was me because I was kind of ghost producing it, but it was. I was in. I was in enough of just like root for it. And yes, I think there's something. And I'm not. We're both not experts in this, so I don't want to step in a turd of a conversation. But I think naturally, unfortunately, there was always going to be that conversation of here comes Caitlin Clark, the Midwestern white girl coming into this sport that is dominantly people of color, dominantly in some ways, I'd say a queer community too. June Lee, my buddy June Lee, I always highlight his stuff. He did a big video on this. Check it out. And here comes Caitlin Clark. It was just ripe for that kind of stuff. But I'm with you. I think all I hear about now is the problems, and I don't even know if it's the league, the players doing it. It just seems like you're right. People have glommed onto it, and it's unfortunately, maybe not surprisingly, lessened the impact. Hopefully, not the growth. I know some teams are setting records with attendance. I know they're still expanding teams, so hopefully we can right the ship here because I'm really hopeful. I'm also hopeful, by the way, for the Women's Professional Baseball League. I've been watching the highlights. I think these are all good things for the world of sports, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of women's professional baseball, I think the Monet Davis story is one of like the coolest stories in sports. If you don't know anything about her, look her up. Going from the Little League World Series to being one of the faces of the women's professional baseball league, that's a really cool whole just journey. But no, I'm with you. For me, it's more of like to make this selfishly for just a second, because that's why we're here. That's why we talk about these things and make it about us. That's
if you talk on the internet, it's inherently selfish. That's the fun of it, Steve.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Because I'm ego driven and I'm talking into a microphone, or else I wouldn't be here. I was like just getting excited about it, man. Like I was and I mean that genuinely. Like, because I had a few friends who were like who were into basketball and in the WNBA and kind of like over the summer, like we're watching and stuff, and it's there's not a whole lot else on in the summer, Ken,
Mhm,
and I'm a
mhm.
degenerate gambler, and so I like to get a little action on in the summer. And you know,
concerned
I
about
was,
that.
you know, the wings and the sparks made me a little bit of money. You know, biting some unders on the sparks. The wings, you know, were underdogs. So I made a little money on the WNBA this year, and I was, you know, and so this whole turn has made it like. It's just like it's like you know, pissing in the punch bowl a little bit. You know, I'm just like, it's just poo-pooing my excitement for it in a way that I'm like bummed, because it's like, there's this cool new thing I kind of want to like, but it's kind of killed the excitement for me, and I feel like a bad guy for saying that.
No, I think it's Ben had a comment I want to highlight there. There's a proxy race war, anti-trans, pro-trans war going on at the WNBA right now. It's indeed being co-opted by bad players and media. It's kind of gross. Yeah, and I think I think you're right to point it out. It is kind of gross, and I don't necessarily blame all the players. I would love for them to have some of them. We won't point at who, to have some better. It is a great memeable moment. Have better just be on the right side of history, I think. But all that aside, I think that's what it is. I think it's bad actors. I think it also gets picked up. We're not talking about it because we won't cover it all the time. So I don't throw us into the bucket. But this is the conversation now, right? Yeah. And I, without a doubt, even subconsciously, I think there's a level of base level misogyny too, where it's just like you got sports shows talking about WNBA girls are all fighting again. You know what them girls do, and I think that's unfortunate. And maybe we can be part of the people. And I think you bringing it up as part of the people of looking through that to try to focus on what's actually happening. And there's always going to be little issues, and there's always going to be one player does this, other player jealous. But then I want the rivalry, you know? If Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark is Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird of the 80s, that's a good thing, even though it is rife with real issues behind it.
Right. It was back then, too. I mean, I wasn't alive for a majority of that, but I'm as you know, someone who's a fan of the game, like, right. But like, it's so that element hasn't changed. And it's not like we're going like, yay, race war. There's a clip. It's more
everyone clip that.
it's more it's like I just missed like the like, man, at the start of the Angel Reese Caitlin Clark stuff, we were having like some good fun basketball dialogue. There was like some good shit talk going on there. You know what I mean? Like, Angel Reese was a really good shit talker, and like her pointing at her ring finger and everything, like that's funny shit, man. That's sports, dude. That's like why we do this in a sense. And so like it's just I selfishly felt bad because I was like, oh man, I'm like, I was getting excited about this thing, and now I feel like I kind of feel like talking about it is like putting a giant American flag on the back of my car.
I agree that, and look, I'm one for, you know, if players want to have, I think all players should have some social and political opinions. I would love to agree with more of them, unfortunately. But hey, I'm a baseball fan, and football fan. Even my new quarterback has some crosses on his face that I wish he didn't have. But I agree with you, Steve. So I'm with you, though. I think it's unfortunate, but we can all push through together. We can push through together. And I know Kelsey Plum's now with the Mercury now in Phoenix.
Yep.
Phoenix. 30-year anniversary for League. Yeah, and I used to listen to Jim Rome back then, and when WNBA first started, he had an entire segment, and hopefully maybe he's changed his opinion and just his style. I don't know. I haven't seen Rome in a while or heard Rome in a while. But there was a segment on his radio show that was basically let's make fun of women's basketball. That was the tone then, and WNBA has fought to get through that. Again, I highly recommend my buddy June Lee, as always, but he did a video not too long ago about this too. So there you go. A little sports conversation tonight. We're going to take a call from Jared. If you need some advice, we got a call for advice. I think Brady's trying to get in. Brady, no, Detective McCarcel, advice question, bachelor trip. I thought it was Brady. I
love those.
I'm excited for that. I'm excited. And Jared's probably gonna yell at me for something I said about Boston. All right. I don't have all. Do you have the story up there? Granola and eggs have been pulled for salmonella.
I have the eggs one. I didn't know. So you told me about the granola one pre-show, and that was me learning about for the first time. But yes, there was a egg salmonella outbreak. There have been 36 hospitalizations. No deaths reported yet. As of the CDC story that I saw. But this was Midwest Poultry Services recalled 1,589,000 dozen shell eggs due to possible salmonella contamination. Best by dates of July 20th to August 17th, produced in Texas.
Okay, I don't have any eggs currently. I'm thankful for that. I avoided lettuce. So for a couple times I went, fast food. I was like, oh, you take that bite and you're like, oh, wait, lettuce. You just kind of wait.
Yeah. I went back to lettuce this weekend. I'm back on the lettuce train. I
You're
did
back
my
on the
research. I feel good about where we're at with lettuce. Yeah,
You did-
I did
you
my
did your own research?
I bought a certain brand. I bought a specific brand. I made sure it was packaged in the USA or Canada and not Mexico, which is where the current outbreaks were being sourced from. So
Taylor Farm stuff. Yeah.
Right.
I don't have any. We don't have to spend a lot of time on this. I just in seeing the story, and I hadn't even really heard about the egg one. I heard about the granola one, and there's more details too. But look, I'm sure other points in history, our history, even our modern history as a country, we've had things recalled. Right? This is not necessarily new, but it is one more thing when you look out your window and just go, "What the bleep is happening? Like, what is going on?"
Yes.
What is happening? Meanwhile, we got a press conference with the president falling asleep, some android woman pressing buttons on her stomach to wake him up, and RFK Jr. just rambling about things he has no idea about. Like, what is happening?
I wish we got to talk about that lady last week, because my first reaction seeing that video was like, I felt like the lady on the plane yelling at the back of the plane, like, she's not real. Like that was my, like, as soon as I was watching that video, like, that's what I was screaming to myself. But no, Ken, my wife literally said this to me at dinner today. Mr. Producer was like, I feel like every time we turn on the nightly news, because we're old like that, we watch the NBC or the ABC nightly news each night on the split screen on and when we're eating dinner.
That's so sweet.
I was a journalism major, man.
That's great.
Plus David Weir, that's good looking man.
Over dinner, I've got the headlines rolling out.
Tom Brokaw was my hero as a child.
I love Brokaw.
That's a good voice. Anyway, she was like, look, I feel like every time we turn the TV the last 3 months, it's either the headlines are either like the highlights of them like going through like a food processing plant saying like something's been recalled, you know what I mean, like the the highlights they do of that, or they're showing like an airplane on a tarmac with lights and sirens because another tire blew out or a plane wing fell off or some shit like that. Like,
cut to a plane on top of itself, on top of another plane. We don't know how it happened, but our Secretary of Transportation's on a reality show with his wife and 13 kids, blessed by God. Like it's absolutely.
And apparently we just hired like 30 StarCraft players to just run the ATC department. So, that's great.
Yeah,
sure
it's just because, like I said, in the past, there may have been stuff like this that happens, right? I think that's fair to point out. But like, we have less than faith, less than no faith on any of the leadership or any of the people making these decisions. And in a way that I have not experienced in my life. And maybe I wasn't as aware back then, and I didn't know, at 7 what Reagan's administration was doing. I'm just saying, it's just, you're right. It's one more thing to look out the window and be like, what the hell? Brady says, if you got eggs, stay off the over easy for now. Yeah, cook those things. All right. I do want to get these calls, but Steve, you've taught me a new phrase. I would like to know what boy kibble is.
Boy kibble, Ken, is the newest craze sweeping the nation. I think some of this might be a psyop plant, but I think this is part sorority science, part RFK induced culture injection. Ken, have you ever heard of
boy kibble?
Have you ever heard of girl dinner?
Girl dinner? No.
Yes. Have you heard
the
the phrase girl dinner?
Is this an offshoot of Girl Boss or something?
I think I might be called misogynist if I say yes for that, so I'm going to say no. But girl dinner,
it was an honest question from me.
Totally, yeah, absolutely. Girl dinner is like essentially when you had plans to do something, or you just don't have the energy to do what society expects of you. So as a girl, you just decide, I'm going to have some crackers, a piece of turkey, and a glass of red wine, and that's going to be my dinner. Or I'm going to have 3 walnuts and a plate of grapes and a bowl of Reese Puffs, and I'm going to call that for dinner. Just like random shit that is small, tiny little plates of things, and you associate it with just not having enough give a fucks to make yourself a full dinner.
Okay. Is Boop,
and so it's usually associated with
Boop says, I'm eating trans mask lunch, a painting like Red Dragon. Is that in this category?
Maybe that reads like the Winter Soldier activation words. So I'm not really sure what Boop is going for there. But boy kibble is the male response to this, and it has been basically boy kibble, Ken, is essentially dog food for dudes. Okay.
Okay.
So think Think
Okay.
some cooked ground beef with some salt and maybe a little bit of seasoning, whatever the hell's in the pantry, some white rice, and a little bit of like chicken stock or something, and just call it a day. Mix it in a bowl, start eating it. Some cut up chicken breast. It's basically just a meat and white rice in a
Okay.
bowl, and start eating it. That is boy kibble, and it's sweeping the nation. And the RFK Jr. types love it because it's just nothing but protein and carbs and no vegetables, because vegetables are,
Yeah, oh, they take long to prepare.
lame.
Hey, Banana Bread says a handful of cheese and some popcorn. That would be a girl dinner or
Boom.
boy kibble.
Girl dinner.
That'd be a girl dinner.
Well, no, not
But-
boy kibble. That's girl dinner.
But
Boy
why
kibble is like
this
is protein and rice. Yeah,
But
that's
I'm
a thing.
I'm not going with these gender norms. I want a handful of
Right.
cheese and some popcorn right now. But so what's the idea behind it though? I don't think it's necessarily about the content. Is the idea, as you describe girl dinner, I understand it. It's just is it that moment? And Steve, you and producer Steve have a nice prepared meal, and you watch the evening news. I'm sure you kick up your shoes and put in a pipe and read the newspaper, or your kids play with jumping jacks or whatever they
and a fire truck on the ground. Yeah,
slinkies. Yeah, it's great. It's a great picture of your family.
fire prices roaring. Yeah,
Fireplace going. Your permanent Christmas trees up. Your wife's in a long dress. Anything else I can get for you, honey?
Curlers.
Yeah,
She got the curlers on.
What a picture. House producer
I'm
Steve.
Don Draper now. Yeah,
Is it the thing here that like that moment where you're like, I'm making some dinner. I got to sit down and have some dinner tonight. I'm doing some things, and you just nothing you think of works. You can't get to it. You're just like, I don't have the energy. No, I can't make that. I want to make that. I don't want to go get that. F it. I'm having granola bars, some deli meat, and these walnuts.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Yes,
I get it
and,
now.
and it's usually over the sink. Is the other thing. You know what I mean? Like where you eat it also is important. You know what I mean? Girl dinners are usually like on the couch or like in a chair, something like that. You don't sit down at the table and eat it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like boy kibble to me is in the same way. Like I'm eating that bowl of leftover taco meat with rice and like some shredded cheese
Okay.
or whatever. I'm eating that right over the sink. Like it's like I heat it up over the microwave, eat it over the sink, so then I just drop it in the sink when I'm done, rinse, and we're done.
Sorry, I was looking at that. Steve says, Laserbot says my campsite is in the ASMR channel. Okay, in the Discord. Okay, I get it. I'm behind it. I don't know. Maybe I think I understand what you're saying, and
Why
about
this
it
came
being.
up, though?
Yeah, why did it come up?
I think this came up because middle-aged white dudes are so desperate to be victims or not be left out. They were like, we have to even invade this space. So like we can't even let girl dinner be a thing outside. We have to even have a thing for that. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
Is it in the same energy ballpark as like man cave? Is this kind of what it is?
No, because like there's I think it's worse than that. I think a man cave is at least like there's some. I think man cave is a not a great term for a space that a lot of dudes in that situation need.
It's a title that comes with permissions I don't think we should grant ourselves.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a data. Yeah. Sure. I think we can come up with better things for that.
Yeah.
But no, I think boy kibble is very much just we were invited to the party, so we're going to make up this thing, and while we're doing it, we're going to make sure it also sneakily fits our little agenda, which is protein and carbs, not veggies, because those are lame.
Oh, you're okay. So now it's
it's
is being tied into manosphere stuff too.
Yep.
It's all starting to sync up now, Steve.
Yep. Because it's just wait, you're going to see like RFK Jr. and all like these right wing guys like joking haha about boy kibble because they see like because it's just a thing, man.
You're going to have some manosphere kind of influencers talking about the health benefits of the boy kibble diet.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. I get it.
Yep.
We'll watch for that. Okay.
Yep.
Let's take a call here.
That's exactly right.
We're moving along. We're grooving tonight. We might need to. We're gonna have some advice for Detective McCarcel, but I'm talking to my boy Swaggy P down there at the Corner Star. How you doing, Jared?
Oh Lordy, what are we gonna do with you, Ken?
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? All three of those names sound like people who are townies.
Sure. We'll let Grandpa talk and believe things.
Okay. All right. What do you need? What do you need, boy kibble?
Oh God, so many things.
Yeah.
Oh God. First off, listen, all this talk of championships and sports teams, remember, there are kids who haven't seen a New England sports championship since 2024. So let's feel for them.
They're going without dinner. It's a winter of discontent in the greater New England area.
It's tough.
What a tragedy.
Also, this randomly came up on my like doom scrolling of the TikTok that I didn't know about, and I was this year's old when I learned about it. The game Bottlegate.
Mm-hmm.
Do we remember that?
Well, Jared just got exposed. Oh man!
See, this is why I have the background ready because Steve's
I know. I'm sorry.
things.
That's me trying to do producing.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. So what are you talking about, Jared?
Bottlegate. Do you remember this game?
Bottlegate. I don't recall.
I remember you. Boston has lots of gates.
Yeah,
but I never remembered Bottlegate.
No, this wasn't even a Boston thing. This was a 2001 game of the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Cleveland Browns, where apparently it was cheap beer night and the officiating was bad, so they started pelting the officials with beer bottles to the point where they had to call it and whatnot. And I was watching some footage of it. This is insane. Sports people are nuts, and I am one of them, but this is insane.
I think that repeats every generation, because if you type kind of the same thing in of I think it was a Texas Rangers game, it was like cheap or free beer night, nickel beer, whatever. So maybe the early 80s, late 70s range. Same thing. They had to call the game. They had to pull all the teams in. There's the famous Disco Sucks Burn the Disco Records night at Comiskey. That's different and has was an early culture war in a lot of ways. But yeah, I think Jared, every generation it repeats. So we'll have that soon now. You think we know better, but we'll find a way to.
Yeah. And you know what the sad part is? You bring it up like, oh, it was nickel beer night or free beer night. Like the younger generations, it'll be like $5 beer night. How cheap they'll think that is. And just,
right, yeah, no, yeah. Talk about inflation. And Boop's right. See, disco is awesome. I like some disco. But I grew up being told disco sucks, country sucks, disco sucks, and rap is crap. That's what was put into my brains. And all three of those forms of music don't have to be your favorite. They don't have to be for you. You don't have to understand. But they all come from somewhere, and they're for some specific kind of, I won't just even say groups, but just like disco came from like the queer community. It came from also the black community in clubs. It had that connotation. It had that meaning. And like Steve said, a lot of really threatened white dudes had to grab onto that and say disco sucks and turned it into a simple rallying cry that I was raised just in general to believe. And that's the whole story of that night at Comiskey, I believe it was, where they blew up the disco records. So there you go.
Yeah, they don't do cheap beer nights at any of the Philly sports stadiums.
No, but they do.
I'm not familiar with this idea.
Yeah.
They've done the hot dogs, but
and then they do hand out frozen batteries to all your
hand
fans.
Out frozen batteries. That's defamatory. That's not true. Okay?
That's so
Santa Claus had it. Santa Claus had it coming that year anyway. All right. Ask all the kids in South Philly. They probably had a shit Christmas that year. All right.
I can't do a Philly accent, but I imagine they're yelling all that at Santa Claus. Anyways, Jared, I appreciate bringing that up there. Any other thoughts? Any need for advice? Where are you at today? Yeah. We're gonna maybe Thursday do some D&D.
Yes, I was gonna say yes. I'm around Thursday. But no, yes, advice question.
Yeah,
actually. So I got a show this Saturday, and as we talked about last show, got the new toy, the new amp.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question is, because I'm having a hard time getting what's called dialing it in or getting the sound I want out of said amp.
Okay.
Getting that EQ and all those fun things.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's the thing: do I go and spend another like 3 hours at the practice space by my onesie playing with this thing, or do I use the old rig for the show on Saturday? Do I,
do it live. Do it live. You spent all that money. You got to use it.
So, and I don't play an instrument. But it's not even about tuning. You just can't. It's not working yet. You're gonna master this. It's not there yet. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Just gotta find that sweet spot for the TIE pilot here.
Okay, that's Saturday.
Yes.
Okay, you got. I know you're neurospicy in a little bit of the TISM and a little bit of the HD, right? You got a great mix. Let that HD guide you. You are activated by the dopamine hits of panic, right?
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah. So today's Monday. You don't have to worry about
so
this till
far
Friday.
away.
You don't have to worry about it till
so
Friday.
Not wrong. You're so
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
Wrong.
This is one of the things in my journey of discovering more about my brain is you all can laugh at me and you've all been fans of me and you probably knew I was ADHD or ADD before I did. But I'm learning that I'm not motivated until I need to do something in an hour. And though you might want to change that, Jared, use it to your advantage. Use the new rig, master it Saturday before your show.
I was gonna say that plan has gotten me through 40 years of life. So I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, smarter people than me are saying, "Hey, use the old rig," but you know. There you go.
Well, what this matters is how much is a difference is there, right? Like, is it to the point where it's like it literally works or it doesn't, or is it like a levels of improvement over the old rig?
This is a great
because
question.
if it's the latter, then just go for broke, man. Because half the crowd is probably idiots like me who can't tell the difference anyway. So this is your opportunity to really use like a live demo. A live crowd is like okay, I need to know how this is going to work in a live environment. You got to get off the deep end at some point, right? So
yeah.
No, that is a great question. Because as musicians, that is like especially gigging ones, that is a line you talk about. Like, at what point does the audience not hear it or give a shit? And that to reach that line, I'm like 50% of the way there to that line.
Okay.
You know, a much longer way to go for me wanting it, but you know.
Inge Bea
says, I once ruined a band practice by not being prepared with a new effect board. I want to know what effect board that is. That's amazing. Yeah, okay.
If he gives me the year, I can probably guess which one it is.
All right, give him the year. Jared, you can't lose. That's what I'm saying. Either you're motivated, inspired to use your new gear, or you stick with what worked, and no one's going to care. You can't lose. It's the best advice I've ever given on the show, quite frankly. All right. Thank you, Jared. We'll see. Final thoughts?
No, I was going to say a quick hang-up question.
Yeah,
best thing to put on a peanut butter sandwich. You all have a good night. Stay safe.
Oh, that is a great question. Best thing to put on a peanut butter and blank sandwich. I've told you before, Steve, I love my peanut butter and butter sandwiches. Last week, because I'm going lo-fi, saving money on food, I got 2 loaves of bread, 2 jars of peanut butter, and 2 different jars of jam. One, a classic kind of grape. The other one, pineapple jelly. And I love pineapple stuff. That's my leader in the clubhouse. But honestly, if I'm like craving a peanut butter and blank sandwich, if I got butter, I'm using that.
So hold on. Let me make sure I understand the logistics of this.
Yeah.
So you take 2 pieces of bread, Ken. On one piece of bread, you put some delicious, scrumptious, yummy peanut butter. And on the other piece of bread, you just put basic ass butter.
I put more peanut butter. 2 sides of peanut butter. And in the middle of that, I take my Crocker. Country Crock butter.
Hold on. Stop. You're going too fast.
Okay.
So you're putting peanut butter on both pieces of bread.
Yep.
Okay. So now on one side of each piece of bread is now peanut buttered.
Yep.
Where is the butter going?
On top of the peanut butter. Yeah.
You're a monster.
Narcolepsy's got this. Both. Now here's the thing. If I'm doing peanut butter and jelly, jelly on one side, peanut butter on the other side.
Right.
Okay.
Like a normal civilized human being.
Let's segregate these toppings like it's 1953 in Arkansas.
Well, they're separate but equal, Ken. Separate but equal. They meet when it's time. Right?
Let's Strom Thurmond our sandwiches. Okay.
Exactly.
Talking to the machine.
Exactly.
But peanut butter and butter, peanut butter both sides, butter. Peanut butter and honey, peanut butter both sides, honey.
This is life changing. I've never considered that someone would put 2 ingredients on one side and then somehow glob one, because there is no anti-gravity vacuum in which this third ingredient exists and because you're picking a side on, it's getting spread on one of them.
I understand what you're thinking and saying. And again, with peanut butter and jelly,
thinking this.
No, Boop says what is this? Boop says something's wrong with me, and you're all enabling it. Maybe.
Okay, but it makes much sense.
Maybe Coop's right. I don't know. But the butter. See, here's the thing. Dr. Addie's not in the office tonight, but I think she would have to back me up here. Peanut butter is a heavier element. Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. I don't know. Now, as we learned last week, I don't know how gravity works, but I think peanut butter is going to fall to the floor first. Okay. And then it's a thicker. It's a base, right? And then on top of that, you just smear your butter. You get the country crock, the margarine kind.
Gravity
butter.
And magnets, Ken. No one really knows any of it works.
Magnets, how do they work? Yeah.
But with so that was my next question. So you're using like a country crock. You're not using like a slice of butter.
That doesn't spread well.
Okay.
Right.
Exactly. See, this is why we need to talk through this, because these are important things to know. So this isn't a peanut butter and butter sandwich. Again, this is a peanut butter and margarine sandwich, or it's a peanut butter and I can't believe it's not butter sandwich.
No, country crock is butter.
Country crock is not. I don't think that's butter. Is that butter? Is that actually butter? I don't think that's actually butter. If it comes in a tub, I don't think it's butter.
Because I usually get the plant butter too. I'll get the country crock plant butter with avocado oil. But also lately, because I can't be choosy, I've just been getting the country crock butter. It's a buttery. Okay. Oh, man. Son of a bitch. Country crock is not traditional dairy butter. God damn it.
I'm sorry that look, to be fair, the cholesterol on a peanut, if you go and tell your GD that you're having peanut butter and butter sandwiches, they're going to be like, look, man, really, you made it this far. Let's
really disappointing to me. Other people in chat have good options. Peanut butter and potato chips. I don't like that, but I know people do.
What the hell is wrong with all of you people? The answer is jelly. Like, let's not think about overthinking this. The answer is jelly, and it's grape jelly specifically. That's what it goes on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Okay. I grew up eventually in my mid-20s and went from white bread to using whole wheat to at least be a little bit healthier. So I pretty much exclusively eat whole wheat bread now. But it's peanut butter and jelly.
Ben's right. I choose Jif. Crunchy or smooth. I can alternate. I can go both directions.
And that's why we pronounce it Jif, folks, because it's Jiff.
Peanut butter and candied jalapenos. And Boop's concerned about me.
Jalapenos. Good God, all the
strawberry jelly.
Just saying that out
raspberry jelly. Narcolepsy just makes a sandwich with butter and actual peanuts. Okay, now you're just assaulting my squirrels. Laserbolt does point out it's got crock right in the name. It's not a crock. It's so good.
Wait, what is a crock?
A crock is like a
crock of shit.
It's a crock of shit. You're lying.
Okay, that's all I know of a crock of.
Yeah. Now, as I've said in the past here. And when the Blathering was a little bit more serious when the show started, we should probably look into every phrase we've grown up with.
Yes.
And always just see where it comes from.
Should we? Do you want to do that, Ken? Maybe that's what we'll do. That's what we'll contribute to society. We'll be like, look, we're just gonna. Who was it? Made a joke about like woke 2 is here. It was like AO's here. Somebody put the thing like woke 2 has officially arrived. Like what we're gonna do the thinking. We're gonna audit the language of the 90s and 2000s and be like, here's what we can keep, folks.
I think we need to do that because I can't assume that crock of shit comes from a good spot. That handed down to a little white kid like me in the suburbs. I don't know where it came from. My family used to take me to dinner at a restaurant called Sambo's. It was not good. It would be good to have a
glossary of these things.
Yes.
It would be really helpful.
Yes. Okay.
Really helpful.
Detective McCarsell says, rule of thumb is not great. I think I did read about that. Speaking of that, let's take a call. Oh, wait, what do we have? You had something.
I wanted to show you. This is, I haven't watched this video either yet.
Oh, some little ASMR. Okay.
But this is Laserbolt camping in the woods, I guess, with us. Ooh, look at that. That leaf crunch. Oh, is that how I sound?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I sound terrible. You guys listen to me?
No, I don't.
I don't blame you.
Look at this.
It's beautiful.
It's a great sound. Laserbolt, how far are you from civilization? Oh, Laserbolt's got one of those little Tupperware kind of step stools.
Okay.
Hold on. Can you go back to the beginning of the video?
Yeah.
Slang bracket. Good call, Mr. McClunky. Okay, he's got his jug of water. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right, keep going, and then
okay. Yeah.
pause.
Uh-huh.
What the hell is that Blair Witch shit right there? Do you see that pile of sticks?
To the right or the left?
Both of them, but that one set up in the center. Can we say pile of sticks anymore?
So here's the thing. No, I was going to ask you because, Ken, safe place. When I was growing up, they told us there were 2 ways to build a fire. And this is going to go in our list of is this appropriate or not. They told me we could go log cabin or teepee. Am I still allowed to say teepee? Is that okay? Can I say that that's the teepee method? It looks like he's going teepee there.
That's a fair question. We want to acknowledge the indigenous lands that we're currently on, especially in Burbank. I don't know. I try not to like the term like, hey, let's have a powwow. I try to avoid that.
Right. Yeah. Same.
I try to avoid that.
Same.
I'm not even being jokey. I just don't want. I don't want to step in. I get it. Like the moment someone says that, your reaction can be, well, what? And then you look at how it's. Oh, this originated in 1812, and by the time you read the whole history of a phrase, you're like, I don't think we should say any words. I think we should just give them all up.
We go back to knots.
But it is that is the shape of a teepee, which is a thing. So I think you're okay. Well, but we're not the ones to answer that, but we'll put it out there to the universe. But I don't think this is a fire. I think Laserbolt's calling some sort of pagan spirits in his campground.
Well, half that wood also looks like it's half burnt, right? Like look at this stuff on the left here looks like it's already been burnt. Half the stuff on this thing looks like underneath it's already been burnt. So I don't know what you're trying to pull over on.
For the audio listeners, we got a nice campsite. By the way, you notice how Laserbolt's got 2 chairs set up, but he doesn't know. He's not telling us who else is with him.
Right.
Right. And he's out in the middle of nowhere.
A comically large bottle. I think is that barbecue sauce right here?
It might be barbecue sauce.
Big.
So there's 2 chairs. Oh, one might be a little table. He has a folding chair like you'd hit someone in pro wrestling, and then you got like a camping chair. That might be a little table.
Describe that.
He's got his little barbecue grill, and he's got that pagan fire he's building to sacrifice something to the gods tonight. This is beautiful. But by the way, Laserbolt, how far are you from the next campsite? That's what I want to know. It does.
I don't see anything.
I'll tell you what. I'm not a big camper, but I got to tell you, I like Laserbolt's life right now. I'm jealous.
It looks beautiful. I mean,
what's in the distance there? Hold on. What's in the distance there? You see that? See when you go to the trees? See all that? Are those people in white robes? Those are people in white robes.
Yeah, those are just trees, Ken.
I go down to the river to pray.
It is a very pretty landscape there. But yeah, I'm not seeing any camping neighbors anywhere nearby. So
okay. Laserbolt says he's deep in northern Michigan woods, state land. Okay. All right.
Good. State land for now.
Let's take that call from Detective McCarsell. He's got an advice question here. And it's also good to have him on the show here. He's our health czar. I'm holding on to that word probably incorrectly, but
that one's fine.
It has some connotations, but he is our health czar, Detective McCarsell. He told me to not go get the Del Taco hamburger taco. I still might get it.
I cannot enforce this. My position is entirely without authority.
All right, fair enough. What's your need for advice here tonight?
So I'm 33 and I've never been on a bachelor trip, but I'm going to Dallas for one of my best friend's bachelor trip this upcoming weekend.
Dallas, okay.
And any advice? We're not doing. We're not doing Vegas. We're not doing that shit. We're playing D&D. We're going to do escape rooms and shit. So any.
So and you said in Dallas. I was gonna say I was gonna say I'll send you an Eagles hat and pay you $100 to like wear a GoPro.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
All right. Yeah, and I'll be honest, I'm 50. I've officiated weddings. I've been to weddings. I've not been on a ton of bachelor parties. Not necessarily my thing. I've been invited. Some I couldn't make Josh McCouga's, some other ones, and a lot of times there's big asks. Dallas is a close enough range to you, but a lot of times they're like, "Hey, everyone, fly up! We're going to Morocco." Like, what? No, what? Can't do that. So Brady has a follow up. What does one do in Dallas?
Bachelor party.
Steve, how many bachelor parties have you been on? How many have you had?
I've only had one.
I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works.
I've been to a few. I've said before, like my bachelor party was the very stereotypical cliche. We went to Vegas, we stayed at the Venetian, we went to strip clubs, we gambled, we did the whole degenerate stuff. So that's my experience, and that's kind of what the other bachelor parties I went to were, but they weren't in Vegas. Like one was like in Charleston, and one was in Atlanta, I think. So it wasn't, it wasn't that. But so that's the only experience I have with bachelor parties is kind of like the debauchery and the questionable decisions, and everybody kind of all that.
Do you think Gen Z has destroyed those? Is Gen Z taking those away from us? Okay.
Yes, but only because they're more morally sound than the rest of us.
Yeah, they are. I get it. I'd call them prudes, but morally sound is probably better. Okay, Detective McCarr. So, what are your specific questions about this? First of all, you've explained a little bit of the itinerary. You're going to Dallas. You're all meeting up in Dallas, and you're going to play some D&D. You're going to go read library books or something. You go to
he is a librarian. He is
a librarian?
He literally is the branch manager of a local library.
See, you're going to go to Dealey Plaza. You're going to go look at the book depository and not even look at where Kennedy was killed. You're just you're not going to.
We could go check out the grassy knoll.
You could. I would do. I've been there. I've taken the photo. You're not.
Just go have a picnic, detective.
You're not going to like the Red River Saloon, which I've been to, and you're not going into Deep Ellum, which is a artsy / dangerous party town. Boop says Gen Z has ruined the harassing stripper industry. Boop, you don't have to harass them to enjoy them.
Right. That's very true.
Okay.
You can just give them money and be cool about it.
Yes.
So actually, I have a really funny story about that for 20 seconds. I was at an establishment like that in Portland, Ken, and this was like right after. It's a long story, but this was like right after I got married. Okay. So don't just look again. Long story. It was a social gathering kind of thing. I wasn't gonna be like, oh no, I just got married, I'm not gonna go strip club. So I just went with the flow, right? I'm a good go with the flow kind of guy. So we're at the strip club. We sit down, to get like a drink and everything. And the entertainer is like right in front of us, like she's just right in front of us, and I just politely trying to like start a conversation with my friend, and then she starts like trashing me and making fun of me, like you're supposed to look and like all this kind of stuff, and I'm just like, I got put on blast by the stripper in front of everybody, in front of like a group of like 12 people, like on the main stage. It was incredibly awkward, Ken. It was horrible. That's
great. It serves you right.
It was horrible.
What was the name of the place? Boop wants to know. Was it like? Rhinestone Nips or something horrible like that.
No, it was this was a place in Portland. The ceilings were not very high, and the booths were only separated by curtains. They were not even like the VIP booths where you got like they were just curtains in between. There was not like actual partitions.
And by the way, the advice never take the VIP table deal. It's you don't you don't need it. Brady, when you're gonna go to Spearmint Rhino or the Body Shop on Sunset, do not take the VIP table option. All right. So Michael, I know we're going off the. That's another one I don't say, Steve. I try to say make sure off the path because I used to say off the reservation, and that ain't good.
Oh yeah, no, you can't say that.
Can't say that.
You were going to say off the
that. I think you're going to say off the beaten path, and I was like, okay, come on, we can't say off the beaten path.
No, but so I try. Okay. I caught myself there. We're getting off the path of conversation, Michael. What are your specific worries or questions?
Oh, man. I guess a big one is my friend's a real stubborn son of a bitch and is doing his best already to, like, as the groom, pay for his own shit. Because he already found out about the price of the Airbnb.
Okay.
Venmoed that to the friend that booked it.
Okay.
We've done well about not letting him know the other stuff. I already plan to talk to if we go to a restaurant, I already plan to talk to the server and be like, hey, that fucker over there, please put his stuff on my tab. He's not allowed to pay.
Okay.
Like, any advice for dealing with a friend like that? Because apparently Ellis just pays for everyone, you say.
Yeah, but often we need him to. That's the truth about Mark Ellis is he's picking up tabs for poor people, me included. But Mark is good. Yeah, you have to. Mark's a wily, greasy little guy. He'll slide out, and he picks the right moment in the conversation when you're all kind of subtly distracted. And hey, I'm gonna go hit the head or something like that. And you just in your head, you're like, oh yeah, he's gonna go to the. Oh, he did it. Or he'll do the. Hey, you guys need another drink? Yeah, okay, I'll get you another round. And then he goes and hands his card to the wait staff and does exactly what you said. So I think you have to be proactive. He shouldn't. Are you the best man?
No, I'm not even the best man. But like, still, none of us are. I was the one that booked like the tickets for our like escape rooms, and then we're going to do this thing called Meow Wolf. It's some like weird museum. It looks cool. Whatever. It was a specific request of his. It's like a interactive museum thing, like
interactive.
Now Wolf.
I've never done an escape room.
Dallas. I've never done an escape room. It seems like something I'd probably enjoy too much. Now Wolf. Snow Wolf Dallas. Meow Wolf. No, I can't.
Yeah, Meow Wolf. I think it should technically be in like Grapevine, Texas.
Oh
like
yeah. Meow
like
Wolf. Grapevine titled The Real Unreal is a permanent, immersive, interactive art installation located at the Grapevine Mills Mall, about 22 miles northwest of downtown Dallas. That is where Michael McCarcel will be, everybody. You can find him there. Whoa, okay. Here's the mystery. This is the mystery. Begins inside a suburban family home before opening into surreal neon portals, geodesic domes, and secret passageways. There's also a special 21 and over adult version. Are you doing that one?
I don't think so. I know we got like the all day pass, so I don't know. Maybe they'll ask us if we want to add that on, but
okay.
Most of our drinking, or at least their drinking, was going to be done back at the Airbnb. So.
I'm gonna ask my Dallas expert. Okay, I'm going to find out what this is.
Do you want to hear what their values are, Ken?
Please.
Because I'm on their website.
Okay.
Their company values are creative collaboration. Oh, I love the alliteration here. Provocative playfulness.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. See, I was literally just about to pull that up, attaboy.
Okay.
Oh, no, you have it here. Outsiders welcome, authentic compassion, and audacious courage. Dude.
Oh, sounds low. I guess we're not going.
This is a museum?
That's written by a...
The best I can call it is a museum.
Okay,
the best I can think to tell people is it's a weird, trippy museum.
Okay, it's a weird, trippy museum.
People around here in Baton Rouge don't get what an art installation is.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Okay, so my Dallas expert says yes, it's amazing. My friends did some of the music. So. Okay.
Here, there's literally a things to do tab. Things to do at Meow Wolf Grapevine. Here we go.
Oh, bring that up. It belongs in a museum. It's an interactive artivist. Oh, Mr. McClunky says it's on the bucket list, Meow Wolf.
And apparently there are
this
more
until right now.
I don't think this is the only one. This is just the one that is in Grapevine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and my Dallas expert says it's a mystery to solve. I have a feeling
this just got better.
Yeah, I have a feeling one of you might not survive this, that this becomes some sort of Saw-like horror thing, and one of you is going to die.
I mean, we are doing a Murder on the Orient Express escape
I've got it up.
Well,
I got to hit the viewport.
That already is a little too close.
Okay. All right.
I want to know more about the adultiverse.
I do too.
Probably just involves drinking, if I had to guess.
Yeah, and Gen Z is destroying drinking too. I never. Okay, so all right, hold on. Narcolepsy's been to one. I was there in May. Each one is a different theme. There's one in Vegas, and soon there'll be one in L.A. Brady, we could go. Okay. Brady says they're open to Meow Wolf in L.A. Apparently, my Dallas expert says a lot of people use it only for selfies and influencer shit, but it's a story. There's lots of clues and a scavenger hunt to figure out where the missing person went. One of you's gonna die.
Oh, there's a cool little highlight video here. Yeah.
I didn't look a lot into it. I just bought the tickets and because I bought the tickets 2 months ago, I've been getting ads for it on YouTube. Constantly.
Okay, Jared's
I'm down. This just got even better.
You should get discounts on these tickets because I think we're going to start sending more people here. We're influencing the shit out of this Meow Wolf. So, okay, Jared says it looks nuts. All right, so you're gonna have looks like you might have a fun time in this bachelor party. You don't need strip clubs. You're gonna play D&D. What's that? You gonna do a one shot? What are you doing?
We might not end up doing D&D. I use D&D as just kind of an umbrella term.
Yeah,
just for having a big game night.
Okay, that's a little bit. I was gonna say maybe play a Mansions of Madness type of thing. I don't get bogged down.
Half of the people going are our usual D&D group anyway, but
but
the other half aren't. So it'd be an 8-person game.
You know what? No, when I hear you say that, hey, we're having a bachelor party, one of the things we're gonna do is play D&D. It brings up, it elicits my like panic, my social claustrophobia, where you get locked into one thing for too long and you miss out on other opportunities in life.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like that's secretly one of the reasons I don't like going to movies is I'm like, but that means I have to be there for like 3 to 4 hours and something cool could happen elsewhere. And I don't. So don't play D&D.
Oh yeah, Ken, were you that friend that like didn't want to commit to something because you always wanted to leave yourself open to like, well, what if something else comes up? So like, I don't really want to say I'm going to go do your thing. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Absolutely. And I bet Boop agrees with me.
Here's the problem.
Yeah, but like
that used to work out for me.
Yeah, because Steve, do you want your quarterback to get to the line of scrimmage and not know how to read the defense and call new play?
No, I want my quarterback to be ride or die. That's what I want my quarterback to be. I want my quarterback to be bad boys for life. I'll run the play. I'll run the play.
But if I get to that line of scrimmage at that party, this play's dead anyways, and we can go somewhere else. Let's do it.
Look, man, calling the audibles are fine, but it's like you gotta you gotta.
So so Meow Wolf Rooms and Rooms 2. My Dallas correspondent, my Dallas expert, has shared some pictures. I can't.
Can you? Well, it's as we got McCarsel here, so he might pop up on screen.
Okay, I'm gonna
the Meow Wolf screen.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna try to. Let me try to get you. You keep talking. I think I can get this one photo up.
Dude, I just saw somebody go through a dryer and it was a slide. They have like a highlight reel here thing for the Meow Wolf thing. Okay. And it was like someone just like, I was like, why is this person just, I thought I would like gone onto like a naughty website where like someone's step sibling got stuck in a dryer. And instead it was just someone hopping into a slide. And it was like, oh, that looks cool. There are people like touching like light up mushrooms on trees. Honest to God, this looks like a really cool place that you just get really, really, really high. And then go hang out for 2 hours.
By the way, on that website, I enjoy it while it's free before Boop starts charging for it. All right, here's a photo. This is from one of them. This is from one of them right now. You got a stone lion with a dick tongue and an alligator with ping pong eyes.
That's a 4-hour situation. That lion should call its doctor.
Okay, this is. Okay, Narcolepsy says, look up the. Oh, by the way, the Blathering, I've been loving the episodes lately. It's really hitting a stride I like, but I will notice that the last few episodes usually end, and I'm not saying I want this to stop, Steve. It usually ends up with you and I just looking up shit that people are talking about, and we spend the last 20 minutes going, "Whoa, that lion's got a dick tongue."
Nowadays. Yeah, that's the internet, man. Like, what do you want? Give the people what they want, Ken.
It's okay. I'm still a better broadcaster than 98% of the humans on the earth. Did you all see my Force Ender today? I Colin Cowherded that shit. Okay,
oh, you carried the shit out of that. It looked good too, by the way. The video quality was very good on Force.
Oh, you know what was great about that? I didn't after the stream. I was on Wi-Fi the entire time. I forgot to switch over to the Ethernet. Oh, wow. Okay, so Narcolepsy says Stone Line and the Dick Tongues for the surprise hit from Woodstock. That's great, Narcolepsy. That is a home run there.
That's a T-shirt.
Excellent.
All right, so you guys are gonna have a good time, McCarsel.
Oh,
and you know what? I think you've discovered onto some memories and. I'm excited for you. Any other questions? Because it doesn't seem like you're going to run into the other things that Steve and I might have run on our elder millennial, Gen X bachelor parties, which is someone crying in the alley behind a strip club, someone leaving their keys, someone barfing in the Uber, someone getting caught with cocaine. You're not going to have any of that.
Now, hold on. I have dealt with most, if not all of those things, just not at a bachelor party. Well, I'm also a millennial.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I know you're not Gen Z. The only Gen Z I got here is Brady, and he still drinks, so we're okay.
I think he does.
Give him a minute. He won't.
Okay. So Michael, I don't think you have to worry. Just if the groom, keep the groom from paying things. And here's the thing here too. This is what we've learned with Mark Ellis too. If we all have his Venmo, and he has to take that money. So if your groom Venmos you money, you Venmo it right back.
Or just start paying for shit without his consent, man. Like you just when you go up somewhere,
that's kind of the joke.
you buy the drinks, you get the food. You know what I mean? You don't make it you don't give him the opportunity to think or you just do. Wow, ask for forgiveness, not permission.
I think I got a picture. Let me try to. Okay, this is not going to be formatted right. I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm gonna bring in this other photo. I think is this the slide that we're talking about? Did you find the fridge room yet?
Yeah, I have the fridge room.
Okay,
it's on my screen thing. Want me to give you a picture?
Well, no. You can do what you got. But here's this photo from my Dallas expert there. It looks like
that's
is that a fridge slide?
That is a fridge. That's a fridge room. That's a fridge room.
What are you doing in a fridge room, Narcolepsy?
The laundry room slide is the thing that I found, which was incredible.
The laundry room slide. Okay.
Yeah, the laundry room slide.
This is going to be good. Rockball Art says, I'm sure most of those things could still happen at Meow Wolf. Am I saying it right? I'm saying
Meow
it right.
Wolf? That sounds
Meow Wolf. I'm saying it like one word, almost German, like it's threatening.
Now we're just doing an ad for this place.
Now we're just doing an ad for it.
Wait till you see them go down a slide on a dryer.
Is this like
pretty cool.
Casa Vega, but for the art world?
Light up mushrooms.
You light up mushrooms? Do they talk and sing?
See, look, he went down a slide
washer
and
dryer. Oh
yeah,
man,
that's so cool.
Okay, see, I do have a little bone to pick with Michael McCarcel, aka Detective McCarcel, when he said, "Yeah, we're going to some museum called Meow Wolf. This is least like a museum." And anyway, what?
There's a furry.
This looks like an installation at Burning Man. This looks like a party.
People are having way too much fun to be a museum.
You know what?
Oh, there he is
Gotta
again.
be the
Rock Bottle Art is right.
Plus.
Rock Bottle Art is right. You absolutely might have someone get on cocaine and cry over a lady and lose the key. Everything could happen in there.
This character right here, this is like, oh man, I'm trying to pause it like right where it is, but it's like that is Chuck E. Cheese. That's Charles Cheese's
that's his
brother that like
cousin.
went.
This is Chuck E. Cheese.
That went away. You know, he didn't listen to the Dare.
Yes,
things.
This is Chuck E. Cheese for acid droppers. That's what this is. Will McLean says looks like a nightmare. Beautiful. Michael, thank you for you called needing advice, and instead you opened up our worlds.
Hey, you're happy to do it.
Yeah, you are.
There's so much to do.
You are like our neighborhood drug dealer, and I think that's good.
I've been called worse things.
There you go. Shimothy E. Cheese. There you go, Narcolepsy. Okay. Look at that admission. That's not bad. Hold on, Steve. Look at these admission prices.
Okay, hold on.
We got general
Annual
admission.
Portal pass. That's
okay. Well, we got general admission, $35, starting at $35. What does that mean? What are you paying on for add-ons? Group visits.
You can do add-ons and all that.
What kind of add-ons? Like some kind of space shake or something?
It probably depends on the date too. There's probably like blackout dates and
Saturdays cost more and stuff.
But there's probably like seasonal charges, all that kind of stuff, right? Like it probably costs more.
Okay,
it costs more in the evening, stuff like that.
Did you
matinees? I guess.
Narcolepsy says the $2 3D glasses are worth it. Okay, but hold on.
Of course, they have a 4:20 p.m. time.
McCarcel, did you book as a group or did you buy nine tickets individually?
I think it was just all the separate. I think I bought.
They definitely have
just bought all the tickets.
There's definitely event pricing.
Go back to the page before, Steve. It had a group. It said, keep back one more. Take it to the ticket page, the front. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, this one.
Group visits right there. Contact us.
The old contact us button.
Contact.
That's where millennials and Gen Z's ambition goes to die. Is the contact us button. You've lost us at this point. If I can't do it all by myself, you need me to go talk to a grown up. No,
I agree. I agree. Kyle Harlow says this looks like a David Lynch movie. It's great. $45 for the ultimate flexibility, anytime admission. Oh, you can just walk in. Totally worth it bundle. $64 a ticket. Annual portal pass.
The portal pass. That sounds
$84. Kids. Yeah. Wait, kids are allowed here? Oh, that's why they have the 21 and older night.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
The adult verse.
Steve, it's or excuse me, what's your name? Michael McCarcel. Michael, did you both have long hair? Okay. Did you choose the 21 and overnight? Are you gonna have some 10-year-old ruining your bachelor party?
No, unfortunately, the time that worked out best for us is like Saturday at noon.
Oh, dude,
We got the anytime pass, so we're kind of winging it on the exact time, but it's going to be on Saturday. So
all right, well we'll know to stock you. All right,
look, they have youth parties, weddings, birthday parties, anniversary celebrations, because gatherings. Is that where your bachelor party would probably
that takes us
just because
all the way back to the cult conversation at the beginning there. All right, brand launches, corporate events. Head over there to Grapevine, Texas, everybody. Not a sponsor. Meow Wolf, it is. I can't wait till this comes to LA, and I'll probably end up going. Brady, I'll meet you there. Michael, did we help you at all?
Yeah, honestly, this has just been very informative because I did not look into this as much as I probably should have for something I spent $400 on.
No shit. You're like, I don't know. We're going to some museum to look at the Mona Lisa, and instead the Mona Lisa's going to come out of the wall and hand you acid. Like you should be.
Sounds pretty cool, actually.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay.
I would go to the Louvre just to do acid.
I'd do acid with the Mona Lisa.
Having been to the Louvre, I think you should probably drop acid to cover the pain in your feet. I highly recommend going. It's a wonderful spot.
It's a great question. Like, person from history you'd most like to do drugs with. Put a pin on that.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Michael, thank you for calling in. Appreciate the call for advice. All right.
Absolutely.
All right. I cut him off. He's got a lot to look. It's okay. He's got a lot to look forward to. Laserbolt says Tesla would be the answer. Yeah, doing drugs with
That'd be a good one.
Probably good.
That'd be a good one.
Probably good. All right, we're getting ready to get on out of here. Thank you all. We'll be back Thursday, and we'll play a little D&D. I'll talk about my Miami Dolphins. We'll do all the things that we need to do. I switched my music. I did not. There we go. Okay.
There it is.
There you go. And don't forget, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, Josh McCouga, me, maybe Mandy Oakes, maybe Rosie. The afternoons, a special edition will return, and we're going to do it monthly. It'll be live on my channel and Josh's channel. Stick around for that next week. Going to be fun. We'll see you. Bye.
Warning you with peace and love, I have too much to do.